So Riders Republic for me was the type of game that friends were like, dude, I bet you would really enjoy Riders Republic. I mean, heck, I even had people telling me years ago that I would probably really enjoy this game. As I've always really played racing games, this game pretty much takes racing all that to a different level with the extreme sports side of it. So I was like, you know what, let's finally jump into this game and give it a real shot here in 2026. And so far, guys, I gotta admit, I am absolutely hooked. The first part that really did surprise me, though, pretty much right when I jumped into it, was how massive the map actually feels and how every single region in this map really has its own identity to it. And you can kind of tell that when you are exploring stuff. I mean, heck, guys, I wasn't even expecting to go from these snowy mountains to canyon trails to even different bike parks. And it didn't even feel like a repetitive thing. Like, you'd be like, okay, here's this park again. No, in this game, man, every single area really did feel so dang different. And that's something I really did love about it. It's the kind of thing where you jump into one of these maps and go, okay, well, it's probably going to be smaller. Or some of the areas might not feel right. Or maybe they have the same type of things to them. But no, this game, you will find yourself on different bike trails, different mountains, doing different things, finding different jumps, finding bike parks, finding little towns that have parks in them. It is honestly really impressive, and I could not believe how much I sucked into trying to find different parts of it. And even right now, with over 50 hours into the game, I'm still discovering different spots and different areas that I could spend time and time on, whether that's like bike trails or different things, or finding really fun areas to take like the snowboard down or different jumps. It really is entertaining, and I love how every single sport is also in this game, guys. It really is amazing. We have bikes, we have the snowboards, we have skis, we have the wingsuit, rocket wing. We also have the BMX, which I currently do not have that yet, as I'm still playing the main part of the game yet, and then I will end up picking up some of the other things and then doing those. We also have the hoverboard and the funkies. It's kind of wild because at first I was going to go into this and go, okay, well, maybe there's so many classes and different type of sports in this game that you probably won't really enjoy all of them because they might end up being kind of weird or some of them might not be fun. And boy, was I wrong, because I was kind of thinking about that in the past, guys. I kind of looked at them and went, oh man, I don't know if all these are going to be fun, but man, was I wrong. I was enjoying every single one so dang much. And I love how every single class really does have a distinct feeling to it. And one thing that really hit home with me is, for one, guys, I used to bike a little bit in Colorado. I did mountain bike back then when I lived there. And I honestly really did love it. It was so dang fun. It's something I also want to get back into again. Even though I am living in Florida, there is still a lot of cool trails here. Obviously, you can't ride down a mountain, but there are still trails with jumps and different pathways and all that that I would definitely do. So playing this game and doing that and riding the downhill bikes and all that and riding different slope style bikes, then and also trail bikes, finding different routes and cool jumps and overall cool trails around the map has been so dang fun. And it really did kind of hit with that. Plus, my brother also used to snowboard as well, so I started to snowboard and ski on here. And my goodness, I was not expecting them to be as fun as they are now. I did hear, which I'm also planning on playing, that apparently it was kind of like steep. I will be playing that as well. Stay tuned for some videos. As I figured, you know what, let's jump into some of these action sports style games, some of the other styles. They kind of are also racing games, so I'm like, you know what, let's go mix it up. Let's go play some of these other games and mix in some of these with the action sports side of it. And man, has it been so dang fun, guys. I mean, I may even dabble in some of these even more. But what's really cool, though, is it's not just downhill bikes. You also have the road bikes. You also have the other side of it, which is the funkies. I will talk about those in a second, as every class has them. We're also going to have the trick side of it with the slope style and the free ride style bikes that allow you to do backflips and flips and all kinds of crazy combos going over jumps. And at first, I was jumping into those. Not gonna lie, I wasn't really liking it that much. I was like, man, this isn't that fun. But the more I played, the more I got used to being able to do combos. It just clicked so fast, man. I was like, all right, this is really fun. I went through the entire story part of it, and it was an honest blast. I could not believe it, how much I was getting sucked into it. And then on the other side, though, in the ski and snowboarding side, you have the downhill ski, which is the closed course where you go very fast and kind of like whip around the corners and stay on these small areas and all that. Kind of like it's kind of like hard pack snow, if you know what I mean, with like the actual roads almost going down the mountain, but you go insanely quick, like 60 to 70 miles an hour. And I'll talk about that in a second as well, because I was wondering how the overall sense of speed in this game was. And when I started to play it more, when you're going 50, 60 miles an hour, You're actually kind of moving in this game, man. I was really surprised with that. You are legit moving, and it feels like you're going pretty dang fast, even better than how modern racing games are doing 200 miles an hour. I feel like I'm going faster on a bicycle, doing around 50 miles an hour compared to 300 miles an hour in a car in a racing game. I really was not expecting that. We also have the deep snow part of it, which of course is the deep snow of the mountains, going literally down big mountains in the deep snow. Absolutely loved it. Then also the side of that, guys, I didn't realize at first that there was other classes, which also got me sucked in. You have the snow park, you have the off track, which snow park is, snow park, a lot of tricks and all that. Off track is basically going down mountains, but there is jumps and different things you can't hit in there. Really fun doing every single one of them. And then, of course, we also have the wingsuit and the rocket wing thing as well, which is literally a rocket suit. Absolutely wild. Then, of course, the wingsuit, you're kind of using that going down mountains or kind of gliding down certain areas and stuff. Are really fun and something I wasn't expecting. But the side of that, though, we also have some other different classes in this game as well, guys. We have the Funkies. These absolutely blew my mind, okay? Not only is it going to be literally Funkies, but you have something like a pizza bike you can ride, which, this might sound kind of dumb because you're like, why would you ride that? But it's kind of like an odd type of bike you can ride if you want. We also have like super fast road bikes that don't really handle that great but have insane speed to it. And then there's another side of this, though, that completely threw me off and something I was not expecting, okay? We will also have something like it's like a big wheeled bike with a motor on it that can go down snowy mountains at full speed at 70 to 80 plus miles an hour. I was testing these out, guys, because I don't currently have them, as again, I am doing the story part of the game still before I jump into any of the other things. And my goodness, when I test rode this thing going down the mountain, dude, I was absolutely laughing. I could not believe it. But I was like, all right, that's kind of cool, but what else is there? There's a rocket bike that you can literally hold the rocket down and go as fast as you want constantly, bro. I'm like, why would you ever want to ride a bike with rockets on it? And then I did it, and I was like, nope, I could totally see it. Besides that, we also have rocket skis. This is something I'm definitely going to have to get when I'm finished with the main story part, because the skis and all that can do like 60, 70 miles an hour normally, but the rocket ones, once you hit the R2 button and you start really using them, the rocket just sends you to like 80 to 90 plus miles an hour, bro, and you're just absolutely flying over mountains. It's honestly pretty wild. Now, with that also being said, though, there is also other Funkies in the game, or I guess you could say they could be considered Funkies, as they probably would be, but we're also going to have a longboard. You can go down the, like, mountains and all that, and you have the same type of thing where you fly around the corners and you're kind of, like, zoomed down a little bit or, like, bending down with, like, the hands behind your back and all that, and just going, like, 70 miles an hour down a hill. I also have no idea how people even do that. Besides that, though, we also have dirt bikes that were added, and we have, like, these little rocket car things, which I finally unlocked the one from the Season Pass thing. It does, like, 70-ish miles an hour, and again, guys, going 50 to 70 or 80, you are legit moving in this game. It's crazy how the sense of speed is that good while using a bicycle or even, like, a weird little rocket car. It's kind of wild. You literally sit in it. It's like a little type of one of those, like, electric monster trucks you'd see, or, like, the ones you use as a kid, except these are literally insanely fast, and they are super entertaining to use. On top of that, guys, we also have dirt bikes, which is something I did not even know, and we also have snowmobiles, and for me, that's easily one of my favorite things, as there really hasn't been much of any games with snowmobiles for some reason, and back on the PS2 era, I played almost every snowmobile game there ever was, as I love those, so being able to ride around on that thing was also insanely fun. I'm not even going to lie there. Now, one of the other things I also wanted to talk about with the entire world design is the atmosphere they did end up nailing in this game. Because for me, guys, jumping into this game as the first time player here in 2026, I was kind of not expecting all that much, but again, I did hear a lot of stuff about this game, a lot of positives. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's go see how the overall world design is. And it's kind of insane. I was expecting the world to be empty with nothing going on, not really anything happening. But bro, there is NPCs everywhere making the world feel alive. There's funny part is there's also animals. I've also seen deer. I've seen bears so far. There's other things running around. There's like foxes and rabbits and different things. So the world is actually feeling alive instead of being an open desert wasteland like something like Forza or Motorfest, where there is literally nothing anywhere. Now, I know you can argue about the vehicle licensing. I get that. But adding some animals that you can't drive through, like the ones in the Crew 2, I don't understand how that would mess anything up. We also have the mass races, which I may have to talk about this in a separate video because that is 100% where another design of where they did end up getting the entire grand race thing from in Motorfest. It's basically kind of the same thing. And I also like how you could see other players around the world, and this game seems very populated even after 5 years of being out, which is something I wasn't expecting. But then again, though, I think a lot of players are probably discovering this game or going, oh, look, something different to play. Let me jump right into it, as that's kind of what I did. But I really do like how you could go to certain areas of the map and do random tricks or find different routes of trails that you might want to do or go down the mountain on your snowboard. And there will be NPCs, and you might even see players up there as well. It really does make the entire world feel alive in something, and I really do like that. It's kind of insane how adding some NPCs and adding some animals really does make the game feel a lot better. It makes the world feel like it's actually a thing instead of a big open desert wasteland of just cars driving around. You know, one thing that's kind of been on my mind a little bit is even 5 years later, I really do understand more why a lot of people still talk about this game and even why a lot of people are still playing it. I mean, you could probably say that it's showing its ages in some places with different things, guys, but to be honest, I really do like the overall art direction and graphical design of this game. I still think it looks fantastic. And y'all know what's kind of wild, though, is simply down to the fact that I didn't know if I really wanted to play this game back then. And now jumping into it now, guys, it is still such a blast. And as a new player in it, I feel like there is hundreds and hundreds of hours of things to do. Now, I do understand this game has been out for a little while, but there is still a lot of things to mess around with, even after all of that time. Like, they added the motor vehicles, you can use dirt bikes and snowmobiles, and there's a lot of different routes with this massive map that even feels alive. I feel like I am just scratching the surface on this game. There are still other things like mass races I still need to do, which I haven't done yet as I'm trying to get better gear. The overall progression design, which I may have to talk about. There's just a lot of different things to do. Plus, there is a bunch of sports and different things in the game, like being able to master the bike race events or being able to get the best gear you could possibly even unlock to do better at the events and get better scores. And there really is so much to do, and it kind of blows me away playing this game 5 years later. And I am legit sucked into it this much, guys. I really do think it is a great game overall. And for a first-time player, if you guys are thinking about getting Riders Republic, I would honestly 100% recommend getting it. And plus, it's always on sale as well. So if you might be thinking about getting this game, but you may not have the money to spend the entire price of the game, I would honestly wait and get this game on sale, guys, because I guarantee you'll be just like I am, most likely sucked into it. There are so many different things to do in this game. And I gotta say, they've really nailed the overall design, man. The map is fantastic. It's huge. There are still areas I want to explore and do different things. I mean, heck, bro, you could call in a helicopter and jump out of it and land onto a mountain with a snowboard and go down it, bro. Like, there are so many different things you can do and explore, and the entire map actually feeling alive on top of it makes the experience even that much better, dude. I really cannot believe it. It really is kind of mind-blowing me how I'm playing this game this later, and maybe this is a tip to myself to maybe listen to the people and my friends and all that that are telling me that I would probably enjoy it. I really probably should listen next time and not be as stubborn and go, okay, you know what, Block, let's just go try the game out. Maybe you might actually have a good time, man. It turns out it is way better than I initially thought. This game really is so dang fun. Maybe I should take that tip and actually go and try other extreme sport games like, you know, Jump Into Steep and all that, which again, I am planning more videos on that, and maybe I might even do more of these extreme sport type of games as they also mix it up, and they're kind of part of the racing genre, but a tad different, and I've kind of been thinking maybe it's a good thing to broaden my horizons a bit and try out some other games. And it turns out, guys, playing Riders Republic even in 2026 is still a wonderful experience. Honestly, I would highly recommend it.